Hey guys, this is Spark Plus Ultra here, and this is my new What If. What if Asta had Hsien-ko? And I'll let Hsien-ko say these words. Now let's get down to this What If, and I hope you like this video. Asta was two babies on the porch of a church that was in the middle of the night. The priest saw the two babies that were on the church's porch. One being Yuna and the other being Asta. The priest was wondering why were the two babies left here, but the priest thinks, can't leave them here, and thinks, alright, you will be taken care of, you two. And the priest takes care of Yuno and Asta. But when he lifts Asta's crate, he sees one little note. A note that was also hidden from the back. And it said, Lele. The priest was confused on who's Lele. I only see two boys. How interesting. And to keep that in mind, what Lele is, because it's going to be a point of this video. Then we get to Asta and Yuno in their age 6 when they were trying to use their magic. Yuno was always winning because, well, he already has his magic, while Asta is still having a problem working his magic, which reluctantly, I have to do this, he falls in love with Sister Lily. I'm already feeling the regrets. And Asta gets shut down by Sister Lily by getting hit with water. And Asta says, oh, ow. And Sister Lily says, oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to. And Asta says, don't worry, because I'm always going to forgive you. And Yuno says, you can't marry a nun. Shut up! I'm gonna be the Windsor King to ask your hand in marriage. And all of them were laughing at Asta. And Asta says, hey, stop laughing! I'm going to be the strongest Wizard King. And while Asta was saying that, we get to a snow falling on the ground. Asta was looking for Yuno and sees Yuno getting mugged by people who were threatening him and ask for his necklace and take it from him. And Asta was determined to give it back to Yuno. Then when he brute force tried to take it, something came forth. Something he created. And Asta reached into their back pocket to grab it and takes it with minimum effort. And Asta thinks, whoa, is this a magic? Wonder if this is my grimoire, because it looks so cool. And if you don't know Hsien-ko, because, well, most of you don't, possibly, she can create anything out of her hands, any magic and create any type of weapon that she creates. Sometimes it's random, sometimes it's fully functional. And Asta says, hey, Yuno! And Yuno looks depraved and sad. But when he looks at Asta, Asta says, I got it back for you. And says, Asta, how did you do that? I wasn't going to let you be sad for those guys taking that from you. Plus, I have my magic. And says, huh? Really? What type of magic is it? And, and Asta says, I don't know. And, says, typical. What? And, says, but thank you, Asta. And Asta smiles and says, hey, don't ever lose that smile. And, smiles and says, idiot. And when they turn 15, and Asta were attacked fighting. And, says, can't you give up, Asta? And Asta says, no way! And the church kids, the girl coming out saying, how long have been they fighting? About 15 minutes straight. Really? Man, Asta is enjoying this fight. It usually takes him about 10 minutes to lose. Yeah, but it was more due to his magic control. And Asta says, now it's time to end this, Haha! And, looks at Asta. Bring it. And when they were going to fight with full power, Asta says, now, buzzsaw! Swinging with a chain and with a buzzsaw in hand. And, magic was using defense and attack. And when they were going to attack each other, they hear, stop that right now, you two. And Asta stops their attack and sees Sister Lily. And, Asta drops on the ground. Ow! Ugh. What's the matter, sister? Are you going to marry me? And Lily says, no, Asta. And Asta gets shut down with stones on blocks. And says, but what? It's time for you guys to get your grimoires. All right, I forgot about that. Kinda forget sometimes when we were fighting. More like you were always picking the fight with me. Hey, shut up! My magic is cooler than yours. And actually agrees with that. Because if you haven't seen Hsien-ko, she is honestly pretty badass. I can't lie to you. Even in the anime, she was badass. Asta and, go to get their grimoires. And a lot of people in there are getting their grimoires. Then the grimoires come down and everybody is getting a grimoire. Getting a 5-star, 5 clover. But when he sees Asta doesn't get a grimoire. The grimoire hasn't come down, but he's not sad, but he's happy that he has magic. And when they get out of the grimoire, was being attacked by a magic user with the power of chains, suck his magic, and he was going to sell the grimoire. And Asta looks and sees the grimoire, and Asta says, hey, leave him alone! Give back Yuno's grimoire! And Asta creates a chains to ensnare him, but the man says, you want to play chains with me? Sure, I'll play with you, but get this, you're outmatched, kid. And Asta chains were attacking him, but something was off. Then the man's chains were breaking through Asta's and snaring him. Wow, you don't have a grimoire. That's unique, but not uncommon sometimes. What can I say? I need this grimoire sell for better cause to this, not to this worthless little guy who is from poverty. And Asta says, give that back to him. You have no right to do that. Well, I care. Nobody cares about poor. And Asta says, give it back! And the man says, jeez, you don't get the point, kid. Now die! And the chain user uses his chains to take Asta out. But when he does that, Asta's grimoire has appeared. But something was awfully unique about it. Something that was never seen. The grimoire was having a Yuno's grimoire. And Asta says, hey, leave him alone! Give back Yuno's grimoire! And Asta creates a chains to ensnare him. But the man says, you want to play chains with me? Sure, I'll play with you. But get this, you're outmatched, kid. And Asta chains were attacking him, but something was off. Then the man's chains were breaking through Asta's and snaring him. Wow, you don't have a grimoire. That's unique, but not uncommon sometimes. What can I say? I need this grimoire sell for better cause to this, not to this worthless little guy who is from poverty. And Asta says, give that back to him. You have no right to do that. Well, I care. Nobody cares about poor. And Asta says, give it back! And the man says, jeez, you don't get the point, kid. Now die! And the chain user uses his chains to take Asta out. But when he does that, Asta's grimoire has appeared. But something was awfully unique about it. Something that was never seen. The grimoire has a talisman on the grimoire, putting the name, none shall not hurt or kill, but those who do wrong will pay. And Asta was looking at the grimoire on how unique it is and amazed. Then a being of magic comes out of the ground and then hops out of it like a ghost. And Asta says, whoa! What the? Where did she go? Was that she? I think it was a she. Huh? You seen it for a second? I didn't even see her. And Asta looks around and he hears a feminine voice and says, it's so nice to be out of that book for a second. And Asta looks behind him and sees a strong girl with a daijin hat and clothes that were unique to him. Whoa! You look so weird! And the girl says, weird? I'll have you say that with my fist. So aggressive! And then the girl looks and sees his eyes. Huh? Do I know you? Huh? No, I don't know you at all. And the girl looks at the chains. Seriously? Chains? And slashes, breaking the chains with one swift cut, breaking him out of the chains that the man did. And the man was confused. How did she do that with only a few seconds? And the girl looks at him with all the curiosity. I feel like I recognize you. And then she sees a mark on him that was on his side. Huh? You're my brother. And Asta says, "What? This is so mind-blowing!" And the girl looks at him. What? How do you not know me? I don't even know you anywhere! I haven't even seen you before! And the man says, "Would you shut up and just shut up? You're such annoying, you two." This guy is irritating me and attacking him with 10 seconds. God, why don't you shut up? And kicking him into the wall, knocking him out. God, and God breaks free out of it and sees Asta's sister and says, Asta, is this yours? And Asta says, I'm confused as well. And the girl looks at Asta. Why don't you recognize the talisman or the note? Huh? Note? Talisman? I don't know how to read it. Or read that answer. Slapping her head and sees Asta and walks close and says, fine, I'm your sister. My name is Lily, or you can call me Hsien-ko. I'm a Jungshi. And Asta and were surprised. And Lily says, be like a good brother and not annoy me. And going back into her grimoire and says, oh yeah, this book is called the Jungshi Steel. So you can basically use my magic and create any known chain, steel you can think of. And Asta says, so, did I win the coolest grimoire? And grimoires and says, I think you win more than one award. You win the most unique, confusing, and crazy grimoire. And Asta says, all right! And that's where I'm ending this video. I hope you liked this video and hope you subscribe. See you next time. Plus Ultra.